This is 30 minutes a day for 30 days. Enunciation course with Nicholas Joseph Rosales. Today I'm going to read you my full stack to my ambrosia list. And also explain why these supplements are so perfect and how they are going to run in synergy together. Alright. It contains all the okay, so ambrosia, modern day ambrosia. Okay, let's just say hypothetically I discovered the possibility that the fountain of youth might be real. I threw all my data in a blender and fed it to AI, and my theory was plausible. The most plausible theory to bridge the gap between Greek and mythological humanology and scientific evidence are translations of two mythical legends. What if I can make sense out of all myths and explain them scientifically today? What if we just have to imagine how it was back then in order to see facts that led us to these vivid perceptions of our past? It all started with a thought that and a memory of a fact I read recently at SeaWorld. The fact was written on the walls. Jellyfish are older than dinosaurs. A similar saying in the Bible matches the same theory. God created sea monsters first. Okay, so we rewind to where the Mount Olympus is supposed to be at. Their food was ambrosia served with nectar. The doves that are mentioned in these myths are mistaken. These doves weren't doves at all. These doves were albatross birds. Okay, either the wandering albatross or the royal albatross are one of those albatross, because my theory about this is that they can fly high and deliver. They fly high and they shit in one spot. So this food that supposedly was delivered by these birds to the godlike people that people thought were gods was really the bird just flying over his toilet, shitting. And that would appear to have given these gods the appearance that they are being delivered food by birds. Okay? These type of birds eat jellyfish, and their guano is bright white and sometimes fluorescent looking. Alright? And also, these birds live up to 74 years old or 80 years old sometimes, and are still laying eggs. 74 years is the average lifespan of a human being. On average, birds' lifespans are way shorter. So keep in mind, the albatross birds eat jellyfish, krill, and other stuff. Jellyfish sting with their tentacles, yet the jellyfish are dead. Their tentacles still have stinging properties. So when jellyfish die, their tentacles still have stinging properties. Alright, so you can still get stung by jellyfish even when it's dead. So eating them should be no different. However, the maximized sting is going to be cured within the digestive system of these birds, thus making it edible. Okay? And the gods' ambrosia tingled when they ate it, supposedly. Okay, with all this data thrown into a blender, we can basically gather up my theory that this was guano. And because the birds ate so much jellyfish, their guano stunk. And the bird basically cooks the ambrosia for us, for the gods. The properties in the nectar they speak in myths must be the birds. The birds must also feed on citrus, but that might not be true either, because in this area, Olympus, there has to be some sort of common fruit there that they can ferment and utilize as the nectar that they're talking about. Alright, or it could be honey. Alright, but I'm not going to take any chances, and I'm going to throw all of these together. No one says you can't throw honey into a juice. Okay, so let's talk fermentation. Let's talk fermentation plus honey. Plus the guano. Alright, well, all these properties I threw into the blender, and the same properties that you would get out of this guano, I compared it with modern day supplements. Alright, and this list, there are 6 ingredients, okay? 6 ingredients to this list, and it is spermidine, astaxanthin, okay, spermidine, astaxanthin, it is krill oil, cola gel, and what else? Spermidine, I said that. I said cola gel. I said krill oil. Okay, I'm going to need also boat krill, honey, and Twinings adaptogens flavored tea bags. And I'm going to need figs. Alright? Because in one of my researches I got down to it being figs as the nectar, so we are going to ferment figs. Maybe not ferment, but that is the alcoholic version I'm going to make when you ferment these things, but that just might be perfect too. It might just come in perfect synergy. But to make it faster and not have to get an alcohol license, I can sell this as a food product, okay? Ambrosia. We can throw all this into a gelatin product and make it like the ambrosia we've seen on Xena. Or a tea or a hot coffee, but either way, we're going to throw the whole stack into a recipe. For a food, box the food, sell it as food. If we sell it as medication, we're going to have to be going through a lot more work, okay? But if we sell it as food, be honest about it, make it a food and have the full stack in it, we can become successful. Alright, we can make little popsicles out of it, and they could become your daily vitamin. And then when you start reaping the benefits, we will start jacking up the price because you can't really charge that much for food. But it is better than food because it is going to be a very, 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 very strong health supplement. Some of these ingredients are 600 times stronger antioxidants than vitamin C. Alright, so you got your astaxanthin, we got your krill, we got our honey, we got our figs, we got, what else? We got our cola gel, that's collagen, okay? That's jellyfish collagen. It's hydrolyzed marine collagen peptides from jellyfish and sustainable sources. It boosts skin's hydration and elasticity, reduces wrinkles, roughness, supports joint health, and muscle strength. Meta-analysis confirm improvements in aging skin, high bioavailability for daily use, and about $25 to $30 for a 4-month supply. 1 capsule a day. God's glowing unblemished forms. Collagen rebuilds dermal, guano glow firm, hydrated skin as if it's feasting on Olympus's deposits. Immortality structure, while ambrosia defied decay, this fortifies against time erosion. Alright, and the astaxanthin. This potent antioxidant from microalgae, jellyfish, marine-like source, 12 milligrams dose supports skin elasticity, reduces wrinkles, age spots, protects against UV oxidative stress, improves eye blood flow, and preserves mitochondrial function for energy and longevity. Backed by clinical trials showing anti-photoaging and lifespan extension in models. $20 to $25 for a 4-month supply. 1 soft gel once a day. Ambrosia's tingle from stinging tentacles. Astaxanthin's potent ROS quenching mimics this protective sting, granting godlike skin glow and ageless vitality without harm. Proceed safely like albatross guano, eternal youth via mitochondrial shield, not myth. Bronson Antarctic krill omega-3s with antastaxin, 60 soft gels. Phospholipid bound EPA and DHA omega-3s from krill, albatross prey. Plus natural astaxanthin reduces inflammation, supports heart and brain health, lowers triglycerides, and enhances mega absorption. Astaxanthin adds antioxidant synergy for skin joint protection, superior to fish oil and bioavailability. $20 to $25 a month for 2-month supply. Alright. Nectar soaked ambrosia for divine vigor. Krill's phospholipid nectar delivers sea monster resilience. Inflammation quelled like God's unyielding hearts. Astaxanthin's pink hue evokes glowing guano, feeling an eternal beast without moral frailty. And spermidine, 10 milligrams, 99 capsules. Natural polyamine supplement induces autophagy, cellular cleanup. Extends healthspan in models, yeast to mice, reduces cardiovascular cancer risks, and supports brain aging resistance. Human epidemiology links higher intake to lower mortality, equivalent to caloric restriction. $30 to $35 for 3-month supply. Ambrosia's rebirth for immortals. Spermidine's autophagy recycles cells like mythical renewal. Albatross cooking jellyfish into guano yields polyamine magic, bridging fountain myth to science for godlike endurance. Twinings adaptogen flavored tea, 18 bags. Caffeine-free blend with adaptogens, ashwagandha, tulsi, and implied vitamin C sources. Herbal, floral notes. Reduces stress and cortisol. Balances hormones, energy, and boosts immunity, skin elasticity via antioxidants. Supports cognitive function, inflammation control, ideal nectar pairing. $5 to $7 for 18 servings, 1 bag a day. Nectar, Ambrosia's vital companion. The citrus echoing brew quells mortal stress like the gods. Calm vitamin C enhances marine antioxidants. Evoking Florida's nectar groves where albatross might roast, sustaining divine harmony. Alright, the total stat cost would be $100 to $120 for 2 to 3 months. Scalable. Bulk buys up to less than 80. Daily ritual, 1 each of 1 through 4 tea, take with meal for absorption. So, like I said, this is going to be a synergetic stack, meaning they're all going to work together in perfect harmony. All of these supplements, okay? And that is why we are going to bring this into a food, because we can sell it as a food easier. But we can also sell it as supplements. Alright. And the business plan will be Ambrosia Eternal, boxing the Fountain of Youth launch. Ambrosia Eternal, a direct-to-consumer subscription box distilling your myth science fusion into the God's regimen. That means I'm going to gather all these pills and I'm going to box them and sell them as a synergetic regimen, as a system. Okay? Like my shoe system I explained to you before as well. This is very much like that. This is going to synergize with all these ingredients together, and I'm going to rebox them and sell them as a little plate of a meal. But they're going to be supplements, so I have to figure out how to do this the best and most efficient way to get the full stack into your blood ASAP. Alright, so decentralized ambrosia, turn jellyfish guano into legends. No, turn jellyfish guano legends into a $99 box for a radiant, resilient youth, backed by your narrative. Ebook included and science. Opportunity is the global anti-aging market. Alright, so I can sell this to everybody who wants to look young, okay? And everybody wants to look young except for me. I find that awkward. I find guys who look way too young, I feel like they look too young. It makes you want to card them. It makes you feel uneasy. It makes you feel like they're trying to set you up. But It's not their fault, so don't be too mean to them because they're just trying to look good. You know, so they happen to look young, so what? Big deal. Whatever. But it's still fucking annoying when they look so young because you feel bad because you're like turning them away or trying not to look at them because you feel like it's awkward or inappropriate. Like, oh my gosh, back away, little kid, back off. Plus, little kids kind of freak me out sometimes, you know. Like, and on top of all that, like they wanna look like one. Like, I don't understand that, but I understand looking healthy. Alright? Look as healthy as you want. Look as healthy as you can. Look at your prime. But don't go looking too younger. I mean, throw a mustache on yourself, for God's sakes. Throw a beard and a goatee, too. You don't want to be walking around looking like a little kid. I'll smack the shit out of you. Alright, so especially if you're Asian. I mean, come on now. If you're Asian, make sure you have one of those stupid little Asian mustaches too, because you guys just look like babies all the time. And that's kind of creepy. I had a freaking, well, except for these two old ass Asian people I knew, and they were like older than the jellyfish. They were like older than Jesus probably. But anyways, they were old as hell, and I used to hang out with them. But they were cool. I love them because they reminded me of Grandmother Willow. I'm just kidding. They reminded me, they were just my friends. I mean, because I like smart people, and if they're Asian, chances are they're smart. I mean, a little bit at least. Sometimes it doesn't work all that way, with just like with every fucking race. You can't like judge their knowledge and their education based on their race. You just can't, because sometimes people will surprise you, and sometimes not all Asians are smart. But that's this really sad case, and I'm sure they're embarrassed of them too. But it's just, you guys just gotta, like, you know, you just gotta know that looking young is not always hot, you know. I like older guys, so I like the mustache. I don't like the long ass beards. I cannot stand the long ass beards. What you guys are doing with them, I get it. It grows, you get lazy, you get old, you get busy. But, foo, come on. A number one on the clippers won't hurt anybody. Lining it up real nice and neat, you know, couldn't hurt anybody. Taking it off of your lip, for God's sakes, will give you great benefits. Alright? Taking the hair out of your mouth from your mustache is the best advice I can give anybody. Because nobody wants to kiss somebody's fucking furry lip. Alright? One time I almost barfed and cried because a long time ago I had went on a date with some guy who invited me on a date and took me to the movies, and that fool tried to kiss me. But he had fucking a mutt on his lip, kicking it there, a mutt, a full-blown dog hanging on his lip. But like, and it just kind of grossed me out. I mean, it grossed me out because it was a lot of hair on his lip. And the lip was interacting with our kissing, and that just wasn't really cute. So you're gonna want to get the clippers, and you're gonna want to trim it right here above your lip. Alright, don't forget this, it's very important. Make sure you have some lip room right here. Just fucking trim it right here. Shave it, trim it. Get some space in between that lip and in between the upper lip, alright? So you're gonna want to get the clippers. Maybe I should get my clippers and do it with you right now. I should, because you know what, I'm going to give a tutorial next time about how to trim your beard and mustache in a nice fashion to where people don't get grossed out when they kiss you. Because you don't want to feel somebody's lip on your, someone's fucking poking fucking, ew. You don't want to feel that when kissing somebody. It's like kissing sandpaper. Bleh, right? Ew, boo. So you're going to want to clean above here as much as you can, because you know what else? That's going to make your lip look bigger. It's going to make you have a bigger, fuller looking lip. And everybody likes that, right? And if you don't have hair coming up in your mouth, you're cleaner. Nobody wants to be kissing Cousin It. Nobody wants to be kissing Chewbacca. Not with hair in their mouth. No, I got enough pubes in my mouth that one time. I'm just kidding. And if you ever get a pube in your mouth, don't do this. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Don't do that. I know you got a pube in your mouth, but don't do that. Just fucking go into a mirror and pull that bitch out. That is not attractive. When you go, you're like screaming, "Manscape, bitch, Manscape!" to the person you're with, okay? Manscape! Manscape! I'm over here going, because of your pubes! Because of your pubes! You don't want to have a pube in your mouth when you're speaking or trying to look innocent. It's just not fun, okay? No, and there's no way you can look innocent when you have a pube stuck in your mouth and it's causing you to have a lisp on Thanksgiving. Surrounded by your family trying to give the toast. It's not fun. Everyone knows damn well you got a pube hanging from your mouth. Just fucking pull it out. Or you know what? If you're their family member, you pull out that fucking hair too, okay? You pull that hair from their mouth. Alright? You don't want to fucking go on. If it's my brother, oh my gosh, we'll be sitting there for hours. We'll be sitting there for hours. Music will be queuing in, and the people will be coming with hooks to bring him off stage, and all the while he has a pube stuck in his lip. I mean, in his mouth. You don't want that to happen to your family, alright? Not during his hour-long presentation. The grace. Just kidding. And I mean it when I say music, cueing them off as a hint to whenever we play the music, you start stopping or slowing down your speech. Whenever you get a clap or a round of applause, that means to tone it down and to, like, you know, that means 2 minutes. 2 minutes, buddy. 2 minutes till dinner time. Alright, so, yeah, during Grace, you guys, Grace is not supposed to be a church session. So, just, I mean, hit the strong points. Don't be like me on these 30-minute enunciation videos. Get a presentation, hit the strong points, thank whoever you need to thank, and, you know, when you hear that music, you gracefully tone it down. Or they're going to come at you with a cane. Alright, and do not have a pube in your mouth. Nobody likes to be going... Like if you can never get it or find it. Like if you have a fucking field of fucking pubes in your mouth and you have to find the correct one to pull it out. Like nobody wants to be going through that during a pre-dinner. Such as a grace moment. Or a grace period, if you will. So think of it as a grace period. Alright, so shorten it. You get a limited amount of time. I might even time it. There might even be a timer. I might even set Alexa to time it. Alright, we can all say grace if we just, you know, condense it and throw it all in a sardine can and then speak on it. But do not do it with a pube in your mouth and do it for hours, alright? Because nobody wants to be sitting there trying to catch the pube. That's gonna fly out of your mouth any second. No one's gonna be like, I'm going long, got it? It's gonna land in my mouth, I know it is. No, nobody wants to be doing that. But, so, what you're gonna do is you're going to take a toothpick with you. You're going to take a toothpick with you, or a floss stick, and this will prevent you from having a pube in your mouth during the grace speech at your family's house. Alright, so, where was I? I told you sometimes I just go off on fucking the most random stuff, like saying grace on Thanksgiving without a pube in your mouth, please. And, you know, for a limited time. I think I'm gonna cue in the Jeopardy song. I think I'm going to cue in the Jeopardy song for this year's grace. What do you guys think? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be happy. I would love to hear my brother's year-long annual fucking speech. I would love to hear it. I would do anything to hear that speech. You know, I love my brother to death, and I know he can speak for hours on end during graces, but I love him. And I would love to sit through this grace. And part of the happiness in my life revolves around his speaking the grace for so long. So a lot of this brings me happiness. Even though I joke about it and I say cut it short, or I'm like it's really all built up around love and happiness, because I would not change it for the world. I love my brother in his 24-hour speeches. Whether or not he has a pube in his tooth. I love him, and I love that I can make fun of this in a happy manner, because it is fucking hilarious. And I love that everyone gets it. I love I just love it. Okay, I wouldn't change it for the world. So don't even stop, Philip. I mean, don't even stop, bro. I mean, you keep those fucking. I'm gonna give you some notes. You can have a teleprompter if you like, bro. You can say the longest speech if you want to. I'm just fucking with you. I'm your little brother. I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be picking on you. But you do you, and you continue with those long ass graces because they bring me so much joy. They bring our family so much joy. Yes, they're starving, and yes, they need to eat sooner or later. But you know, I love it. Okay, that is family, quality family time, and I would do anything to hear a long ass speech from my brother, thanking everybody and all the forefathers before them. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this session up. It has been divine, and hope to see a pube in your tooth next Thanksgiving.